We'd like to ask both teams for lineups for national anthems. Thank you.
מה עושים שכואב פה אחרי שנשמת הרבה?
לא שותים הרבה, דואגים לנשום טוב. נשום טוב מעט, נשום הרבה. נשימות.
More, please, both teams that are game now, please line up on the field for the national anthems. Thank you.
Yeah, I know, but what about
Everybody please stand for the national anthem of Ireland.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome, dobrý deň, and this is the U20 Men's Lacrosse Championship here in Prague. We're about to face off with Israel against Ireland on day 3 of this inaugural championship in beautiful Prague. The weather has been good to us today. It has cooled down by about 10 degrees from yesterday. Beautiful sunshine, but definitely bearable even in it. We are excited to see these two teams play, and it's going to be interesting for the group standings as there's a potential 3-way tie with Czech Republic in this group. Let's see who's going to take it. I'm Barbara Zelenay, with me Ryan Wallace.
Good to see you guys. Thanks for joining us. I got a little nervous there. I'm actually really nervous about this game. I'm excited.
We all should be excited. Today is the day with the really close games all the way. We had a morning close matchup in a first overtime game.
Yeah, that's. I was talking to some people on the YouTube comments. Wales and Latvia actually love overtime. I've seen, I think, at least 3 other Wales-Latvia overtime games, most notably in the 2006 Senior World Championships in London, Ontario. The game-winning shot went off the crossbar about 30 yards, 33 feet up in the air, spun right down into the crease, backspin, put it in the goal, and I think all-time Wales is maybe 3-0 over Latvia in overtime alone.
Interesting stats there. If you're interested in more stats from this tournament, please head to ec19lax.cz and you will find all the game and rules and information about the teams online. We're about to head into the first quarter.
Taking the face-off for Israel's number 30, Matthew Gunty, and for Ireland, number 2.
Looks like it. Ireland and Israel both
Rory Dunbar.
Very successful on face-offs, so it will be interesting how these teams match up.
First face-off goes to Gunty. He's on a fast break. There's a 4-on-3 skip to the middle. Can't handle that pass. Go to Ireland. Number 53, Rory Yakir. No, that's Rory Bar David, member of the Israeli security forces. He had a pretty good game yesterday. Early flag.
From the bench. Let's see what we got here.
So the CBO will call signal for an illegal body check. And that illegal body check coming with Ireland on offense, or from the Ireland defense.
Must have been on substitution.
So something happened near the bench that we didn't see on the camera. So man up, first man up opportunity for Israel. I'm not sure how they've been on man up so far in the tournament. Interesting, they've got the long pole, number 23, down low. That's Gregory Wells. I've seen him take some shots a lot of times coming down the field, but I haven't seen him in that X position on man up. First shot goes wide. Benjamin Weinberg on that left side, so big lefty outside shooter. We'll see how Ireland looked very rehearsed and coordinated in their first game on opening night against the Czech Republic. Loose ball goes to Ireland, number 7. Patrick McShane picks that up, runs it over, so that should be enough to kill the man down opportunity. So interesting call from the bench there in that opening minute of the game.
Yeah, I wish I'd seen what happened exactly. Franziska Grieger is explaining something to the very interested coach. I would be too. We may find out later on the replay.
So Ireland on offense, they're back to full strength, 6v6 here in the opening quarter. Not a ton of movement out of these young teams. Like you said, much cooler today, so both teams should be more energetic without being such stifling.
You could see in the previous game we just watched, Poland, Czech Republic, both teams looked way more comfortable in this cooler temperatures.
Number 16, Aiden Dempsey takes a big lefty outside shot, so both the opening shots coming from lefties on both teams. Skip pass up top.
Head on the swivel, Puck!
Slow it down, get into their offensive set. So we haven't seen, because all these players are quite young, we haven't seen a ton of settled offense from Europe, except for maybe perhaps Germany.
I would agree to that, yeah.
I didn't get to see the Czech-Poland game just now. I can imagine lots of transition. Czechs, playing a lot of box. Skip pass, shot, great save. It's always good for a goalie to get that first opening save. Number 2, Benjamin Friedman in the goal. We've got a loose ball foul. And referee Michael Stash Leahy from the far side signals for a slash. So now Ireland will go one up on the man up. 1 minute for a slash. International rules, you can, I don't know.
The goalie got the penalty.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, so that's an interesting
So we have a switching goal from Benjamin Friedman
Team
to
4,
Matthew
Team
Gutton.
Israel.
Is that right?
Number
No,
2,
it's,
Benjamin
13
Friedman.
Jonathan later.
Oh, sorry.
1 minute.
So in international rules, you have 2 options. Either the nominated defender serves goalie fouls, and the wheel against the man down. There's no rotation there, so Ireland goes up 1-0. You can see the celly from number 12, Jack Songer.
Interesting to see if Ireland will take a timeout here. They won't, to stop that penalty clock from running. We are on running clock, and penalty times, are fully served when they're
Number
personal.
12, Jack Songer.
It's still early. Opening goal for Ireland.
Experienced coaches on both teams. They know that it's not like football. One goal's nothing. Illegal procedure on the faceoff goes back to Ireland. Number 2, Rory Dunbar. So I hope I'm pronouncing his name right. So faceoffs are 50-50 right now so far in the opening quarter. Another big lefty shot goes wide. So it must be lefty day here in Prague. Both coaches given the green light from both sides. Crease dive, save, and he's in the crease. So that's a great start again. So after getting up the first goal, Jonathan Lederman makes a big save on the crease dive. Israel will get the ball after Ireland landed in the crease. If you're not familiar with FIL rules, the crease dive is not only allowed, but for me personally, it's encouraged.
Yeah, it makes the game definitely fun. We have no issues in terms of injuries or any of that, and it's just fun to watch. And they're pretty good at it too. Of course, if you do it and the ball does not go into the net, then you're going to lose the ball. But
great check there along the midline for Ireland for that pass. Knocked the stick out of the hands. Luckily, Israel is about able to retain possession during the clear. They'll get into their 6v6 settled offense. So second, I think this is the 3rd trip down the field for Israel here. Let's see if they can get into some of their play sets.
Israel with the ball, slow and steady. That was what we saw in the game earlier, actually. There was not that much transition as you would expect from Poland and Czech Republic. There was quite a lot of settled offense, but more because I think resting on the Czech Republic and Poland trying to get up on the scoreboard.
So coaches kind of controlling that one, where I think we'll see both teams let their players run. I'm surprised about that from the Czechs, being such fast run and gun style box players.
Yeah, I think they were resting their legs a little bit for, the upcoming tougher games. They probably knew that, Poland will definitely try and pressure, but won't have too much trouble cruising through that game, and that's what they did.
Israel pulling the ball back up top. We're working around up top with the midfield. You see Ireland's got double poles up in the midfield, and the referees will put the stall warning on here early in the first quarter. You can see all the referees' arms up. Another big lefty rip. So it must be, what day is it? Tuesday?
Tuesday.
It's Lefty Tuesday here in Prague. They're going to pass that ball out of the crease, or out of the attack box. So I think we're going to see a delay here.
Yeah.
We got lucky. I think Israel got lucky. They're uncertain about what was happening. The stall warning gave the ball back to Ireland.
I think Lazar there on top of the box was not aware of the stall being still on despite that shot.
Yeah, so situational awareness, something that I think every coach struggles with.
Especially with these young teams,
exactly.
right?
Yeah, they're 20-year-old young men. They don't have
20.
Under 20.
So they're probably more like 16, 17, 18, right? The Czechs have 8 16-year-olds at their team. Sometimes they're distracted very easily, as you can imagine.
Yeah. I know what that's like.
Another shot of Ireland.
So both teams not afraid to shoot the ball. Not exactly on target, but
They'll get there.
Yeah, everybody's still warming up here. A wide shot is actually better than a save, so you get the possession back on the chase.
Yeah, this is what we've.
Lefty shot outside. Call that a mom goal. All the moms cheering. They see the net move. They cheer. I'm interested with number 16 for Ireland, Aiden Dempsey. He's hanging out on that goalie's right side, which makes all of his shot angles difficult because he's lefty. Turnover on the clear. Number 60, Barzano, not able to handle the pressure, so Ireland will get another chance at it after the ball goes out of bounds right by the Israel bench. Ireland looking for a shot around the defender. Not a ton of off-ball movement. We're seeing a little bit in the crease. Ireland packing it in, forcing the Irish team to take some of those outside shots, really protecting the crease there.
This looks exactly the same as the 2 games we've already had today. The first quarter was, kind of a little bit slower, a little bit careful, outside shots, going wide. Of course, in terms of skill, slightly different caliber for sure, but
maybe we're looking for, the opening quarter is usually you're testing,
right,
dissecting, analyzing, and then, like we saw in that Wales-Latvia game, when the fun gets flowing and the teams are more comfortable with each other. Dempsey again, and he gets one right over the shoulder of Jonathan Lederman. So Dempsey staying on that goalie's right side, and he gets one right over the shoulder to give Ireland the 2-0 lead.
Aiden Dempsey, assisted by number 24, Sean Loftus.
Israel will go back to their starting goalie, Benjamin Friedman.
And we're back at the face-off. Israel and Ireland so far, number 1 and number 3 in terms of success rate at face-off in this tournament. This time Israel with the ball.
Number 30, Matthew Gunty's won 2 so far today. Let's see if Israel can get something going here. I think they've struggled in the 6v6 set this tournament. Ireland no longer with those 2 poles up top, so we've got their traditional 3v3 shorty matchups. An intercepted pass gives the ball to Ireland. That's unfortunate, so a very short possession for Israel. Now they're back on defense. Number 7, Patrick McShane. Here we go. How many of those kind of traditional Irish names do we see? Nice job, McShane. You can hear the parents right next to us here in the booth. So Ireland will sub, looking for a little bit of offensive movement. No pressure from the Israeli defense. Blocked shot, tipped over the midline, so there should not be an over and back calls. Tipped off Ireland. Great ground ball picked up by number 34, Kevin English. And Ireland retains possession, so with the over and back rule, through in 2018.
Right, so for many of these teams, this is the first time they're playing, and as soon as you bring in the ball into your offensive end, you may not not take it back over half.
So similar to basketball
Yes.
and box lacrosse.
And a lot of these players got confused. You know, they didn't know, can I go back out of the box as I'm installing where you may not, or is it over half? What happens when it's tipped, when it's off the goal,
As
and
we
so
just
on and
saw.
so forth.
Yeah,
So
that
this
was a tipped shot off
tipped
of
shot.
an Israeli defender
Yeah.
foot, I think. That one didn't get through.
Right.
That must have been a hard shot to eat with that kind of a rebound coming all the way back over the midfield line.
Right. We're in day 3 now, so they're getting a little more comfortable with some of the rule changes that they have not been playing before.
Yeah, definitely some good for a lot of these players. Dempsey again, shot and save. Rebound picked up by Friedman.
I have to say, even for us, I mean, it's 2 minutes left in this first quarter, right? Those quarters do feel a little bit short if you're used to 20 minutes. Now we're down to 15-minute quarters.
Israel slow and patient on the clear after struggling the first couple times. They can really use a long possession here. And the Israel ride, or the Ireland ride, turning Ori Bar David back. Ireland will go back to goalie Ben Friedman, and they'll work the 7v6 situation. Ori Bar David open in the middle. The clock winding down, 1:30, pass doesn't get through, but there's number 14, Lidor Ashtamkar on the backside, able to pick that up. So he saves the possession for his teammates. See if Israel can get some touches. They'll opt to sub, get some fresh legs on, and see if they can use this last minute 10 on the clock in the first quarter.
We have a lot of help here on the commentary, especially from the Irish parents sitting right next to us that you might hear in the background.
Yeah, they're literally right over my shoulder. I'm sure there's going to be plenty of help. Strong contingent of parents here for some of these teams. Israel coming with a lot of players. It's not as many parents as a lot of the other teams, as the flights are pretty expensive, but they brought a huge squad of players for the Prague Cup before the tournament, and then also here for the festival, and then I think the national team challenge as well.
Yeah.
Ball knocked loose by number 16, great defense, Aiden Dempsey. So Dempsey having a great game right now. We've said his name a bunch of times. And
yeah,
unfortunately for Israel, that's Sagi Hashai.
And that's his dad right next to us right here.
Oh, that's Dempsey's dad? Yeah,
yeah.
There he is.
And Israel brought a big squad. They did only decide who's going to really be in the main championship tournament the day before. And they will play the rest of the squad in the other tournaments we have. Also the Nations Challenge, which will be the senior teams mainly.
8 seconds left. Let's see if Israel's recognizing the clock here. See if we can get a shot off here at the end of the quarter. Doesn't look like they're going to get it. So we had a late crease violation off the ball, gave the ball to Israel with very short time left. So we had 1 or 2 opening shots from Israel. Otherwise, all Ireland there in the opening quarter. 2-0 Ireland lead here in the first quarter of this, what day is it? Day 3?
Tuesday, day 3.
Day 3. And I think we're out of hydration protocols. Not really, because if you look at the clock, they've got 7 minutes on, so it looks like there'll be a 7-minute quarter break. Another look at the celly there after the opening goal from Jack Songer, and we'll take a short break.
And you guys enjoy the replays, and we'll hear you, or you'll hear us in a minute. You're watching the U20 Men's Lacrosse Championship here in Prague. Day 3, Israel taking on Ireland to see who places where in their group. There's a potential for a 3-way tie, so this is gonna be very interesting to watch all the way through the end. And we are not on hydration policy. They did change it, so you have a minute for that quick water run and hydration break, your pivos, and whatever it is that you're drinking at work, and we'll be right back.
They're looking to push, right, Bart, it's got to be you and Matt, right? If Bar's covering this low guy, right, you got to get over, okay? Right, and then as these two guys kind of shift this way, Salo, you got to be ready to come from the middle, right, Salo, this guy in the middle here can't be on the front side, right, you got to be behind him, if the ball's over here, we need this guy's help.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. This is the U20 Men's Lacrosse Championship in sunny Prague. Beautiful, comfortable 26 degrees. We're out of hydration. This is Barbara Zelenay and Ryan Wallace.
I'm Ryan Wallace.
And we have Israel and Ireland facing off, about to start the second quarter. Current score, Israel 0 and Ireland 2. Back to the face-off. These teams have been very successful at their face-off so far in this tournament, number 1 and number 3 in terms of statistics. If you want to know more numbers, head to ec19lax.cz for infos about teams. And there's a violation on this face-off. Israel taking the ball at the beginning of this second quarter. And we're heading into a possession by Israel. Can they get on the scoreboard? We shall see.
So with that face-off win, I think that puts Gunty at 75%, 3 of the 4.
I would say so.
Brian said I was the stats guy, so I'm trying to play my role here.
Yeah, I need to write that down to remember it, but
Probably
come second half we might need to. But then we will pull up point bench, and point bench will tell us.
So open set here from Israel. I think we just got away with a little crease violation there during that pick right along the crease line. So Israel gonna have to be a little careful. Toe the line, as they say. Big dodge here coming from number 33. Rona Yafra. Good defense, but he gets through eventually. Tries to get a shot off. Flag is down. I think it's going to be for a hold, and the whistle blows.
Would be my guess too. It went off 2 officials.
So good call from Radek Kostjal. And so the flag down ended when the ball hit the ground.
Right.
A little bit unfortunate there that he couldn't get the pass off to continue that scoring opportunity. So good defense. Who's the penalty on 26? Was that Kieran Maloney?
Seemed to be.
So good defense initially, and then a little too much.
Penalty
At the end there, could have stopped, could have kept that good defense going before he committed the hold. If he just stayed in front, keep his hands down. Man up opportunity. Israel moving the ball. They've only got 30 seconds. Really not the longest time. Good spin move from Oribar David. He'll take a shot. Bounce shot goes wide. Backed up by Israel.
He's fun to watch.
He's having a good tournament. I enjoyed watching him the other day. I think it was the Czech game.
Yeah.
There's number 14, Lidor Ashtamkar, going for maybe another crease dive. High pass goes. Didn't probably come out of Gunty's stick the way he wanted it. Looks like he wanted that one down a little bit. He's messing with the. Of course, you got to blame the stick, right? But it is a face-off stick, so you can give him a little credit there that maybe isn't the way you wanted it. Penalties released. We got Dempsey here open by the box. Israel in a looks like a 3-3 zone ride. There's number 7 again coming across the midline. Patrick McShane helping with the clear. He'll sub off. So it looks like McShane's playing a lot of LSM today, which seems built for it. Ireland back on offense. They'll move it around. Also starting in an open set, so we've seen a lot of open sets. Coaches letting their players play. You got to think about the Israeli coaches spend a lot of time with their guys in Israel. Seth and Jake.
Yes, Seth.
Yeah, Seth Mahler
and Jake Sibler.
Both have been in Israel for a long time. And
I'd say 5 years plus now.
Yeah, or I think for Jake it's more coming up on 10.
Yes,
and the Ireland coaches, I think, spend significantly less time with their players.
Yeah, they do training camps all over Northeast Coast.
Ireland will take a timeout here in the second quarter, leading 2-0 after that loose ball clear was broken up. So Israel struggling to clear. Spend time on offense with the ball. We'll be right back after this short timeout break here from Prague.
Alright, I got you back now, so let me know.
We're in it. Are in to help.
And we are back from this timeout. 11 and a half left in second quarter. Israel facing Ireland. They're trying to set up. They probably had too many, but not when the whistle went, so they're all good. We were talking about Jake and Seth. They're really the poster boys for Israel lacrosse. They spend a lot of not just time living there full time for years now, but also effort traveling around the country, coaching these kids everywhere, playing for the national team. So last year,
box, field, everything.
Yeah.
They coach every day. Great bounce shot. So there's Dempsey again. Even better save from Friedman. Israel take their time to clear. There is no clearing clock in international rules lacrosse. So Israel will take advantage of the time to work the clear. Open man across the midfield line. Ireland a little bit slow to match up on the ride. They'll push the ball to the near side here. Number 4, Christopher Pock. Looking for an open man. He'll go back to Friedman. So still no clearing clock. I think the Ireland parents are yelling for a clearing timer that they don't know doesn't exist. But
yeah, so anybody watching from overseas, no clearing clock in international rules, at least not yet.
I've got this big wooden post in front of me right along the midfield line. Ball brought across by Friedman. He finds number 33, Ronel Yefrock.
Yeah, we're kind of shuffling left and right here around these posts to see properly.
Could be swaying to and fro. Two Israeli subs coming to the box. David and Ritter coming on. Rory Bar David having a couple of early chances at the goal. I'm sure he'd like to connect on one. Israel passing around behind the goal, trying to find some open looks. They got into their settled 6v6 offense just right at the beginning of the period. Let's see if they can continue doing what the coaches are asking them to do, get into their plays, maybe get some quality looks towards the cage. Spending just a little bit of time with the ball so they don't spend the whole game on defense. Here we go, we got some movement, another top right alley dodge, left to right split from Bar David. Radek Kostjal on the far side. Czech referee calls for the ward. There's Dempsey, picks up the ball, and a flag is down.
Well,
looks like
that might be.
Yeah. Sir, you saw that, right? Sir, we saw that. White's hands all over.
So
if I would be number 34 on Ireland, I'll be watching my movement there, because that was definitely not necessary after that whistle.
Yeah, I could have gotten.
He could have gotten simultaneous fouls there if he wasn't, you know. I think Rada gave him a little bit of a leeway there, since no advantage game, but still, you know.
Could have also gone for the delay of game, 30 seconds instead of a 1 minute slash. Pass knocked down. Ireland can't handle. They're lucky to get that one back. That could have wasted that man-up opportunity, so we'll see if Ireland can get into their man-up plays. Dempsey moving the ball around. That was him that drew the foul. He's got 2 goals already today, or just 1? He's got one of, Zonger's got 1, Dempsey's got 1. Skip pass up top to Dempsey. There he is again. One more lefty bouncer. Great lefty bouncer from number 25, Aiden Kearns. That was headed for the top corner. Those low-high bouncers are really difficult for the goalies to track.
Yeah, the bouncers here on the grass are, of course, also difficult to direct.
Yeah, it's
rather
a great
than
field.
on turf.
Great field for bouncers here, the grass here in Prague. Another bouncer, shot back up, goes to Friedman. So when the ball went out, where it went out, Friedman was closest. Ireland a little bit slow to chase.
Yeah.
Great hustle play from Friedman for his team, trailing 2-0. That's a momentum play that could help Israel out here. And also help them get out of the man down trouble.
Yeah.
Dan Schwartz running the ball, trying to go 1v1, can't handle. And the ride from number 12 for Ireland. Jack Songer gets the ball back. Songer's got one already today. Looks like the penalties are released. We're all even, 6v6. Ireland gets the ball back. No pressure from the Israeli defense. I think they're packing it in, trying to play conservative, eliminate those inside looks, force Ireland to shoot from outside. I think they've got a lot of faith in goalie Ben Friedman. Is that possibly Chris's younger brother? Another good friend of ours from Israel Lacrosse, Chris Friedman?
That is a good question that I should have checked before the broadcast. We will check for you for the next Israel game. Or at halftime.
Or perhaps at halftime.
We will find out.
Big fan of Chris Friedman. We've played box together in Prague. He's a steady presence. Another shot from the outside. Number 30, Miles McCready. So it is still Lefty Tuesday.
Yeah, lefties all the time here.
Used to be a sin, you know.
Special place in hell for them, or different?
Or on the field. Special place on the field. There's Dempsey again, making his move, loses the ball. Knocked loose, knocked up top, so we could see it over and back here. Picked up by McCready, so he's still involved. And a loose ball push call from the CBO. You can hear the Irish fans asking, what the hell are you calling? And we just said it's a loose ball push. Another lefty chance from number 21 for Israel, Ben Weinberg. Big save by Israeli goalie Connor Breen. I think Connor Breen's dad's here as well, because I heard him yelling a lot. Face down. And now the Irish parents are taking it straight to the... You can hear a lot.
A short break for a rule clarification here with the fans. Sorry for that, everyone. We are back to you. We have two flags on the field. We will find out what got called.
Penalty, Team Israel. Number 30, Matthew Gunty, offside. And number 33, Ronald Yefra, too many men. 30 seconds.
And we're back to live play here.
So
Israel with 2 men down. And I believe they were both technicals, so they will release with this goal.
Great man-up cutter play from Ireland. So it's another lefty goal. There's number 25, Aiden Cairns. He'll cut right down the middle, find that soft spot. Great catch and finish. You can see it on the live stream.
Number 25,
silky smooth from the Irish
Cairns.
team. They go up 3-0 here in the second quarter. And back to the face-off X. We should be even. So Ireland's starting to get their feet underneath them, finding their place in this game. You can see a little bit of frustration from the Israel team. Not able to get on the board, playing a lot of defense, going to take that toll here later in the game. So we're seeing our same face-off matchup, number 30, Matthew Gunty, and number 2, Rory Dunbar. So despite being down...
and we have a flag down.
Maybe illegal. I think that's going to be one of the other new rules, delay of game, playing the ball without giving the...
Right, so initially, in the old rules, we had to wait as officials for that 5 yards.
Or actually tell them
to back up, which was not good for flow of the game. Now, you don't have to give him the 5, but if you don't, you can't defend the player before you gain that 5.
So very similar to the NCAA rule, where it is the defender's responsibility to get away, and that allows for these quick restarts like you see in box lacrosse, like you see in
Penalty,
lacrosse,
Team
and
Ireland.
create those exciting
Number
transitions.
2,
it definitely helped with
Lori
flow of
Dunbar
the game.
for interference. 30 seconds.
30 seconds for the interference. That was the call there.
So
Because
interference, delay of game.
Right, same thing.
Now you're seeing Israel keeping number 23, Gregory Wells, on the field. And he's back in that, he was in that X position again, even as a long pole. Also a lefty. I'm really surprised we're seeing so much lefty action here. Number 3, Ronan Abramovich. Wells up top to 21, Benjamin Weinberg. Israel trying to find a skip pass, get a shot on target. Here the man up.
And we're even.
Not quite yet, he's not even till he's in.
That is true, we're even now.
So let's see if Ireland can get matched up. A lot of space in there in the middle for Ori Bar David.
Israel is still waiting to get on the scoreboard here.
You can hear
Timeout.
great timeout call from Ian Kadish.
Timeout.
Late in the second quarter here with 1:30 left. So you can hear the Irish fans right here next to us. Funny story, just an idea of what international lacrosse and just lacrosse in general is like. We're all at the same hotel. We saw these guys at breakfast this morning, and now we're all here at the game together, and we got to make sure that even though the game gets intense, that we're all friends by the end. So I think it's a little bit different than what you might expect from some other sports. If you're not in the family, it's interesting.
Yeah, it's one big family here. We, all kind of also hang out after the games here at that little catering area.
Halftime or timeout break here in Prague. Ireland up 3-0 over Israel. 1:30 left. We'll take a short break. We'll be right back. Stay with us. Welcome back. Israel ball here. 1:30 left in the first half, trailing Ireland 3-0. Ori Bar David going up top, looking for that big left split dodge down the alley. Great defense from Ireland, turning him back. Flag is down, pass to Ori Bar David in the middle. One hand, doesn't connect, ball's down, and we'll have, I'm gonna guess, a slash here against Kieran Maloney. That's a big swing. So just a note for the kids at home, if you're gonna take a big swing, unless it gets exactly on target, it's probably gonna be a slash. Doesn't matter if you're talking international or US youth rules.
Number 26,
The
Kieran
harder you
Maloney.
swing, the more likely
slashing
you're gonna fall into the
for 1
penalty
minute.
box. And Israel will use their second timeout.
Smart timeout here. They get the man up at the end of the half, 52 left in the half. They want to capitalize. They were going to get finally on the board. So let's see what they can come up with here.
So we'll take another short break here in Prague. We'll be right back with you. I'm Ryan Wallace.
This is Barbara Zelenay.
That was a great way to Get the ball. Where to go?
And we're back for the last 52 seconds of this half. Man up for Israel for a minute, so it will take into the second half. 8 seconds left on that penalty in the beginning of second half. Let's see what they can do here. Get on the scoreboard or at least keep the ball. What's your guess, Ryan?
I mean, I think with 50 seconds left, they definitely want to get into their man up and run some of their plays, see if they can get something on the board. It all comes down to clock awareness. If they still have it with 8 seconds, 5 seconds left, that penalty is going to carry over in the second half. So after a couple of opportunities, then you want to maintain the possession.
Right, so there was a shot here. We have 30 seconds left on that clock.
One of the other new rules for 2018, or that was adopted 2018, stop clock in the last 30.
In each quarter.
And 2 minutes of the last of the fourth. No look pass from Oribar David. 12 seconds left. Skip up top from Abramovich to Bar David again. Israel having trouble getting the box rotating. Look inside.
It's gonna be Ireland. No.
Looks like White stepped on the line. Only 3 seconds left.
Israel got lucky here because that would give the ball to Ireland at the beginning of next half.
Let's see situational awareness. You can see Oribar David with his hands up in the air telling him to hold.
Yeah.
So Israel will maintain possession with a few seconds left in their man up. As we go into halftime, 3-0.
Benjamin Weimar was about to shoot there, but
great situational awareness from Oribar David to preserve that possession going into the second half. So a little bit of a break for Israel. Is that all they need to get going here in Prague? Ireland rolling. We'll take a short halftime break. Fun fact I just got from the Ireland parents here. The reason you see a lot of these, or perhaps the reason you see a lot of these lefties on the Irish team is because hurling is the opposite of your natural grip. So where in lacrosse, if you grab the stick with your right hand on top if you're a right-hander, in hurling as a right-hander you would grab the hurling stick on the bottom. And so you become more or less a lefty if you're a hurler transitioning to lacrosse. So interesting fun fact we got there from the Irish parents.
And we will take a short break, enjoy this halftime, and we will be back in a couple of minutes.
Gunty, I need you. Gunty's in the bathroom.
I think we need a guy behind it too. עם יד אחת, יאללה. Everyone understand? Does everyone understand this? Yeah? You got it? What do I do after? One-handed.
צ'ק, 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 צ'ק. אלמוג הגבר. אלמוג הגבר רצח. אלמוג הגבר רצח. אלמוג ג'מבר, מספר 11, גבר רצח. זה לא מצוין.
די, לא נכון. למה אמרתי לפני זה? אלה שלא מבינים?
לא שמעתי.
יעל סופר המלך!
יעל סופר ההומו.
Did you explain it to him?
אם לא, שים לב, חלל דרומי שהוא יהיה כאן.
welcome back to the second half of Israel versus Ireland on day 3 of the European U20 Championships. I'm Ryan Wallace.
This is Barbara Zelenite.
Stay with us after this game for the headline event, the heavyweights tonight, England versus Germany. That's the top of the Group A table. I'll be on that game as well here at 6:30 local time in Prague. Israel maintained possession after the halftime break from the man up in the last quarter. But early trouble maintaining possession. Big ground ball, big hit there from Irish number 23. We've seen him, Sean Loftus, a couple times. Ball's out of bounds from Israel. It'll be an Irish ball. Big pass up top. And short stick clear. We've got a 4v3 fast break if they can recognize. Ireland pushing the ball down the left side, opposite rotations. That's a reverse fast break from what most of us are used to with all those lefties out there. So again, we're still talking about Lefty Tuesday here. Ground ball picked up by number 23, Gregory Wells, also a lefty. It's so weird. I've never seen so many lefties.
It's refreshing. And talking about refreshing, big shout out to all our friends in Germany and across Europe watching this live stream in their offices, sending us their compliments. So thanks for watching and listening to us.
Everybody's in a better mood now that it's not so hot out. Big number 7 from Ireland chasing the stick, Patrick McShane.
There's a flag down here.
Ball's back over the midfield line, but it was never touched into the box.
No, it never. So yeah, fans are yelling for over and back, but it wasn't because he never made it into the attack.
So we're doing a little.
He never made it into the attack zone, so he can't go back.
We're doing a little bit of coaching, a little bit of cheering, a little bit of teaching here.
Right, the fans say, "Oh, I don't know."
And we all get him wrong. He's got to get it in the
Ireland,
box.
number
So we're
24,
in the Irish fan section here, so we're making friends. Like we were talking about earlier, we're all at the same hotel. We have breakfast together, so it's one big family affair here in Prague. Israel man up again. They'll move the ball down the right side, 6v5 for a minute on the cross check. And they get a big shot.
Yeah, there we go.
So that goal comes from number 30.
Matthew Gunty.
So there's Gunty. I saw him coming back out to the field after the halftime break. And Ireland will request a stick check on that goal scorer.
Oh.
And he touched his stick because he's a face-off guy. That is unfortunate.
Question is, was he aware of that stick check being called on him or not at that point where he touched that head of the stick?
I don't know if he was. So a bit of bad luck after that goal. So we're getting a little bit of confirmation from the officials. Looks like a stick check was called. Not the worst call from the Irish coaches, because of course anytime a face-off man scores, the chances are that his stick is deformed in some way because of the face-offs.
Right, and that the ball will not come out.
Something like that, right? So you're hoping for something there. And Ireland only enjoying a 3-goal lead. If that goal stands, it'll only be a 2-goal lead, and that's not quite enough to be feeling comfortable.
And plus, let's not forget, this is a potential 3-way tie here in their group.
So
with Czech Republic.
Okay, so it's Ireland, Israel, and Czechs are all tied. And who's leading that group?
Well, right now, Ireland won both, right? If they lose this one, it will be a 3-way tie.
So the Czechs have already lost one to opening.
So did Israel. So they're 1-1. Israel is at 2-0.
So Poland, their first time here at the European Championships, bringing up the back end of that pool. It's still early in the tournament. We're starting to get to the closer games, like we said in the first half.
Okay, ball came out, so it seems like the stick will be deemed legal, but there is that flag on the ground for touching the head of the stick.
So I know why that's in the rule book, right? Because back in the day of post.
So now, hold on. So stick is legal.
But Gunty will still have to serve.
They will clarify this. Gunty will have to serve 3 minutes.
That's unfortunate.
And it's a
So it's the same as the U.S. rule. If you touch your stick when asked for a stick check, it's a mandatory 3-minute unsportsmanlike penalty. So even though the goal will stand,
no, it will not. The goal gets taken away immediately because
right.
the they can't verify if the stick was legal at the point when the goal was scored. Now,
so really an unfortunate.
To all the fans out there, I can guarantee you that this will be talked about later to make sure that that player was aware of the stick check being called on him at the point where he touched that head of that stick.
Right, because as a face-off guy, what do you do when you get to the face-off?
You fix your stick, right?
Well, you push your mesh in to prepare for your face-off. And because he touched the mesh of his stick, that's deemed automatically unsportsmanlike. And here's, I think, an important thing to point out. That's not a special international rule. That is an NCAA rule. That's an FHS rule. That's really a global rule that you cannot touch your stick when you've been requested for a stick check because I guess back in the day, guys used to have pull strings that they could make their pocket.
Yeah.
I've never seen a trick stick. I've never seen a guy with pull string be like, hey, check out my stick. After I score, I can tighten my pocket back up. Never seen it in my 20 years in this game.
Well, this is very unfortunate for Israel. This could have given them momentum, and I believe that was also surely why Ireland called that stick check.
So the ball goes back to Ireland in the defensive end. Big number 34 for Ireland, that's Kevin English. He brings it up, and now we've got still 2.5 minutes of man-up time for Ireland here. Let's see if Israel can get themselves out of this bit of a tough spot. Another lefty rip from outside. Is that Dempsey again? Aiden Dempsey having a great game right now.
Hey, Salo on the crease. Hop backside. Right now, you can't get sealed. Get around that. Get around that. Right now, get out there.
Back up top on the shot back up.
Hey,
25. Aiden Kearns. Out of bounds. Across the front of the goal. Still a shot. Backed up again by Ireland. 12 Jack Sonner. He's got a goal today. Back up top in the 3-3. Still with these lefties on the goalie's right side, something you don't see very often. Box across player. Great pressure from Israeli defense to disrupt the man down, or man up, that top center distribution point. Great, another save from number 2, Benjamin Friedman. Ball still loose. And picked up by Greg Wells. We'll run it to the midline, trying to get past referee Radek Costro. Take it all the way down the sideline, get it to X, and hopefully Israel can get out of this man-down situation.
Nice strategy from Radek there. He went all the way behind the coaches on Ireland because obviously you don't want to interfere with the player, right? So there's nothing that says that you have to stay on the field, and that's what he did. Fun to see, though. We don't see that very often. And we see Team England coming on for that later game, 6:30 p.m. Central European time, which is 5:30 UK time, which is 12:30 East Coast.
So Israel in full penalty kill mode. Roman Abramovich, number 3, attacking with the ball. He gets past the double team.
That will be a long penalty kill since that is a 3-minute.
They're putting Wells back in the box. Maybe he's going to release the midline. He's subbing back onto the defensive end. So Israel really doing a great job handling the double team pressure from Ireland. Ireland split to the middle. Big overhand shot. High, wide, backed up by Israel.
Now they're even, it seems.
So we've got 6 in the offensive end. So after getting a goal disallowed on a stick check, Israel gets out of the 3-minute unsportsmanlike conduct penalty without giving up a goal. Ireland, I think, really wishing they put a few on the board here, as we all know that a 3-goal lead is not much. Wrap around from the back side, number 21, Ben Weinberg takes a shot, goes wide, backed up by Israel. So Israel's starting to get some life back in them after that unfortunate penalty.
Yeah, very unfortunate.
Pass down, pick down on the right side. Look to the roll, behind the back pass. Goes to the Millers, Oribar David. Behind the back shot, high. And we've got a flag down on the shot. And now cross-check coming against Ireland. So after 0 goals in the first half, not much life on offense, all of a sudden Israel, what would you say, blossoms?
Yeah, I would say blossoms.
They
definitely
look at all that box influence. We got a pass down, pick down, and we got a behind the back. That's like some surprise box play there.
It's definitely way more exciting than the first opening minutes of the first quarter.
1 minute.
So let's see the Israel man up, see if they can get something going here after that big penalty kill. Move the ball up top. Sneaker from behind. There's Oribar David. He gets it knocked down. Can't find the space in the middle. 26 for Ireland. Kieran Maloney runs it 1v1. He gets it across midfield. And Ireland will probably be able to kill this penalty. Staying on sides. Both 26s subbing off right now. Ireland's got a step. They won't take advantage of the substitution game. Ireland and penalty kill.
I rarely see, especially those younger teams, do that.
I think that's more of like when you're coaches for these kinds of younger, less experienced teams, especially in a national team setting. Substitution game can be way down the list.
Oh yeah.
So you're more concerned with your settled offense, your settled defense. Little man up, little man down.
Quite honestly, after the opening two days, there's more focus on actually getting the substitution right and not get penalties from that.
Probably. I love substitution game. I think it's probably pretty easy for kids to understand when you talk about the numbers advantage situation. So just get off the field fast and we might get a 6v5 for a couple seconds.
Which might result in a quick goal, right?
Right, easier goal than dodging and drawing slides. There's Dempsey again, right on the stick on Friedman. So another lefty outside shot. Israel sticking to their game plan, I assume. Big pass from Friedman, finds Gunty on the across the midline. Skip, can't get through to Abramovich. A little bit high, so Gunty's still having maybe a little trouble with that face-off stick. Flag is down. So there's 7 offensive players in the Israel half. Or sorry, 7 defensive players in the Ireland half. So Ireland was offsides. Late flag from referee Michael Leahy from England. So now Israel will go back man up. Let's see if they can finally get one here on the man up.
Get one and keep one.
Yeah,
Penalty,
sure they'll
Team
keep the next
Ireland.
one. I would be hard pressed to see
Offside, number 6.
2 disallowed goals. I mean, I
30
don't think we've had a
seconds.
disallowed goal all tournament.
Not yet, until this one.
Now Ireland still has, they can request another stick check.
Yeah, they can request another stick check.
Without being penalized to timeout.
Exactly.
So they still
you
got
get
their
one
for-
freebie, right?
Skip pass up top to Oribar David. He brings that one down. So Gunty, another high pass. I think he'd probably like to see those come down. Lefty outside shot goes into the corner, right into the tailpipe of somebody's car in the parking lot.
Luckily not ours.
You got to think about where you park your car at these things, especially with these young guys just shooting all willy-nilly. Ball pops out loose. Picked up, quick pass, gets knocked down, and there's number 7, Patrick McShane. We've seen him quite a bit this game. He'll stay on offense. Israel's got a free man open on the back, or Ireland's got a free man open on the backside. It's kind of tough to commentate a game with 2 I countries.
Yeah, I noticed that.
But you know, part of the
Part of the job.
Ireland substituting through the midline.
Matt, stay on 2-4.
We have 5 minutes left in this third quarter here.
So no goals. Yeah, no goals here in the second half so far, aside from the one that was disallowed. Still an unfortunate bit of business. Ireland will move it up top, side to side in the umbrella. Not really attacking yet.
Stay in the skip. Stay in the skip.
There's Dempsey on the left
Hey, Matt,
side.
backside.
Big uphill dodge, overhand shot goes high. That's a great take from number 12, Jack Sonner. He scored right-handed in the first half, took a big lefty outside shot, so playing a little bit of traditional. I wonder if they're going to see that ball on the field. There's a ball on the field. There he is. Yep. Referee Michael Stashler gets that. There's Dempsey again. Little inside action. You'll see a pick and roll, and is that the Irish celly there? So we've got a pick coming
Goal,
towards Dempsey,
Team
cutting
Ireland.
open, and he gets that
Number
lefty.
16,
Sneaks
Aidan
it. Was that
Dempsey.
5-hole?
Assisted by number 24, Sean
Did his best to
Loftus.
get that one free.
What you hear in the background is Dempsey's parents.
Yeah, they're in it. We had breakfast this morning. They're very excited to be here. I think I also had some beers outside with them last night, outside the hotel. Everything is happening at the hotel. So now Ireland goes up 4-0. I think we jinxed Israel, saying there's been no goals scored in the second half, and then Ireland gets one. Face off for Gunty, popped forward. Ireland does a great job shutting down the fast break. Gunty under pressure.
And we have
Big
a flag
swings.
down.
Yeah, we got another flag. So those, like we talked about, those big swings getting you into trouble. Underneath, dodge. Israel starting to swing some sticks as well. Some frustration.
And another flag.
Coming out, yeah. And referee Radek Kostol on the backside will come in to assist.
He's doing a housekeeping call right there, and he's sending both off as far as I can tell.
Okay, so
there will be 3 penalties if I'm correct, yes?
So
There's the third and a fourth one. No, well,
let's
so
see
it's 3 penalties. 3 penalties. The initial slash is my guess, and then let's see what Radek will administer.
I think the challenge here will be to make sure that the personal fouls are all equal.
Yeah. All right, so we have 2 1-minute fouls on Ireland and 1 1-minute foul on Israel,
So
is my guess.
5v4.
Yeah, exactly. So we have a slash and unsportsmanlike on Ireland. 2 different players, so Ireland will be man down, and then no, just 1 man down at first, because
There's 4 Irish players out there.
yeah, but Israel is also
1 man down.
yeah.
Kevin English.
So,
2
yes.
penalties on Ireland.
So Ireland 1 man down
We got
because they're playing 1
number
less.
21, Benjamin Bonder.
technically you're correct.
For unsportsmanlike
Israel 1 man
1
down
minute.
from 6.
Correct.
Ireland 2 man down from 6. 5v4. Here we go. Oribar David up top. Ireland rotating that diamond man down, shutting off the crease. Let's see if Israel can recognize who the open man is. Here on the goalie's left side, we've been playing a lot of lefty stuff. Looking for the soft spot. Big outside shot. Probably not the shot.
Not the shot you want to take in this particular scenario, because you have that 1 man advantage, but you only got a minute since it was the same. It was 2 different guys, right?
Yeah, I think Lazar Ritter there probably a little bit outside his range. Ireland clears.
And another flag for an offsides. That is unfortunate. Israel has been struggling with this all tournament, especially on when they're man down, staying on side. Yeah.
So we'll see a 30-second penalty. Ireland will go, I think, even now, since we still have all of our personal fouls in the box. So we'll be in a 4v4 situation, which you don't see very often. And now all of the 1-minute penalties are released. So Israel's trying to
Penalty for Team Israel.
They'll send a man in late, so it's
30 seconds.
6v4 until number 36 Schwartz gets in there. May the Schwartz be with you. Man up for Ireland. They've been pretty successful in the man up situation today. 3v2 up top. We're going to get a little wheel here, the same play they ran the first time. 25 will go around the back. Watch for the skip wheel here. Recognized by the Israel defense. Ireland moving the ball to Dempsey. Up top, ball's loose. There's Gregory Wells in there.
Play on for Israel, because there was a player playing without his stick, so it's going to get Israel ball here.
Quick restart, here we go, ready?
Yeah.
If you can pick it up.
Well, it's Louis' restart.
And that should be a flag. Let's see if we get a flag. Yep, there it is, ball's loose, delay of game. Ireland participated in the play
He has to give him the 5 yards. If he doesn't give him the 5 yards and he defends him, it's an interference.
So it's going to be a 30-second interference or delay of game, similar to the NCAA rule.
Yeah.
It is the defender's responsibility to stay out of the play until he's the proper distance away.
Quick restarts, guys. Quick restarts.
Penalty for Team Ireland, number 24.
We can't engage the fans right now, but we'll talk to them later, back at the hotel maybe. We'll ask them if they're familiar with the new rules. Ball's loose, Abramovich can't handle. Picked up by 34, Kevin English. We've seen him make big plays so far today. Ball comes loose, backed up by Matthew Loftus. And Ireland off to the races, see if they can get through the Israel ride. There's 4 blue jerseys there. He'll go back to the goalie. Big outlet pass to the box to Dempsey.
Dempsey's been on the field a lot. I don't think he's sub much.
He's having a great game.
Yeah,
Skip pass in the middle.
Oh, fantastic save.
So a great save from
and the third, all right.
Wow, that
was a quick third quarter.
What a great sequence.
Very, very exciting. A lot of stuff happening here.
So now the game's finally getting into its full swing. We've got end-to-end action. We're getting defense, offense, saves, transition. We're getting a little bit of everything here. Multiple penalties.
Thank you for staying with us. We will take a quick break and be back in a minute and a half for fourth quarter of this very exciting matchup.
Oh man, let's go, fellas. Go. Hey, yalla bo. I'm doing. Yalla bo. Yalla gebrek, bo. Hey, Ray, come here.
Welcome back to the fourth quarter. I'm Ryan Wallace here with Barbara Zell and I in Prague for day 3 of the U20 European Championships. Ireland 4 over Israel 0. Israel had 1 goal disallowed for a stick check violation and an unfortunate 3-minute unsportsmanlike conduct penalty, which is a mandatory 3-minute penalty if you touch your stick during a stick check. I have not called a 3-minute unsportsmanlike penalty in probably 20 years of referee. Maybe, you know, in the early aughts back in Kansas when nobody knew what we were doing. Just out there.
I'm just not a fan of stick checks to begin with.
I think I strung an old stick I found at a thrift store with an old, what are those nets you use to like hold all the stuff in the roof of a boat? You know what I mean?
Oh, gee.
I think
You're asking me that?
Yeah,
old fisherman?
Yeah. Come on, you're an old fisherman.
Yeah, absolutely. My favorite thing to do, to go sit on a lake and fish.
Face-off won by Gunty. He's been good at the X. Despite Israel, he's gotten the ball for his team quite a bit. He's been involved in a lot of the plays, staying on the field as face-off man. Israel struggling a little bit with possession, have not been able to generate much on offense, so let's see if they can come alive here in the fourth. We just finished the third quarter with a great sequence, man up, big ground ball from Ireland, and a huge save from Friedman to keep his team in this game. There's Gunty right there, sweeping across the top of the box. Overhand left to sidearm shot, and a great save by goalie Rory. No, sorry, my mistake. Connor Breen in the Israel.
There we go.
McShane, bounce shot.
Oh, wow.
So we get end-to-end action. Started with a save from Breen. Big outlet pass, and McShane does the rest. He's not even a lefty, so he switched hands, took that lefty long stick shot.
Number 7.
You might have heard us keeping up with that Lefty Tuesday.
It is Lefty Tuesday here in Prague. We've seen a lot of action from all the lefties on both teams. More than I think we could have predicted had you could have paid us. We would have guessed that we'd see that much lefty action. So great end-to-end action continues here in the fourth quarter. Ireland takes the 5-0 lead over Israel. Back at the face-off X with 13:22 to go. Like you said earlier, Babs, this is a three-way tie right now between Israel, Ireland, and the Czech Republic in their pool. Potential three-way tie.
Yeah.
So will it come down to goal differential?
Well, Israel needs to get on the board to make it a potential three-way
Another
tie,
face-off
right?
win from Gunty. He'll pull it out, doesn't push the break.
But they still have 13 minutes. You never know. They need a momentum. Unfortunately, that goal that they, got disallowed probably killed that.
Missed pass, picked up by number 20, Brock Saunders. He'll push it upfield. Ball back with Dempsey. He's got a 2-on-1 on the right here, if he can recognize. Israel settles in 6v6 while Ireland subs. So not a lot of transition except for that last exciting goal we saw and the one to end the third, but it's been mostly 6v6 and man-up goals here today. I've still got this door right in front of me. I'm all up in your personal space. Commentators are known for their close.
Well, at least this booth has a lot of space compared to what we work
Radotin.
with in Radotin in the blazing sun.
Yeah, this one's on the
Shout
shady
out
side.
here to Steven Stampa. We miss you.
Stamper. Does Stamper even mess around with field?
I don't know. Yeah, of course he does. He did Netanya, remember?
Oh, right.
Or I should say we did Netanya with him since he hosted us more so.
So Ireland set up in their open set, moving the ball around, getting a little bit of off-ball movement. Good disruption here from Wells. He's up at the top of that. Should be a play on here, maybe. Wells picks up the ground ball. Fast. He's got a step on Dempsey. Dempsey going for the lift checks. Wells opts to pull it out, set up the offense for his team, give Israel the ball. So Wells has had a great game today. They're going to sub through the midline, trying to get Gunty off. Abramovich will come on. Haven't seen a lot of production out of the Israel attack, although they've had a couple of good opportunities, just haven't been able to capitalize yet. Israel having trouble getting through this big Irish defense. Missed pass up top, trickles to the midline. If it goes over, it'll be over and back. It is. Play on from referee Michael Leahy. And Ireland ball. So another one of the new rules again. Over and back like basketball and box across. Ireland will start it here in the defensive end where the ball was. Quick restart up top to Saunders. Saunders moves it on top. There's Wells again disrupting the play. Picked back up by Ireland.
Too bad because that was a beautiful play by Wells. Perfectly executed.
Wells
Careful
throwing
there.
he's throwing some unorthodox checks. The second one gets him in trouble. Here comes Ori Bar David over to help.
The
Wells
first one was
settling.
good. The second one.
So the flag is down. I think they're going to kill this scoring play. There's
Yeah, I
no
would kill it
attempt.
already. He's not doing anything. Come on.
So flag down in international rules only protects the initial scoring opportunity, not the possession. Big outside shot wide, out of bounds. And you can hear Israel coach Ian Kadish, assistant coach, calling off his short sticks.
Penalty
Wells will
for
come
Team
serve the
Israel.
penalty.
Number 23, Gregory Wells.
So the,
1 minute.
what would you call that? Was it a kayak? Wasn't really, it was like a combo kayak rusty game.
Yes.
It was a kayak, it was a rusty kayak.
Rusty kayak. I
So
like
the,
that one.
The first rusty kayak was on the stick,
yeah.
and the second one was not on
No.
the stick. So if you're going to throw that at home, kids, if you're going to work on your rusty kayaks, maybe just one. Dempsey up top to Dunbar. Dunbar save, picked up low to low, collected by Friedman. Friedman will run it up. He's got pressure behind. Friedman rolls back, gets out of the double team. So low to low. Brian and I had something yesterday. High to high, not going to fly. Low to low, do not pass go. High to low.
We spend way too much time in here.
Yeah. Well, I'm trying to get Brian's attention. He's over there talking to some of the Germans.
The Germans. Yeah, what you can hear, the cheering you did not hear in the first half, those are the German fans warming up for the big game tonight.
You know what I haven't had enough of this tournament yet is the English songs. There's not enough singing.
There is definitely not enough singing.
Loose ball picked up by Ireland. They're back on the attack. They'll pull it out. Now they're 3-4 against 6, 5 against 6, and 6 against 6 with Dunbar back on the field. Ireland in no hurry here with 8:18 left in the fourth quarter, leading by 5.
Israel, I'm sure Israel wants to at least get on the board, if nothing else.
Well,
they were hoping for, you know, that three-way tie, which would mean they would need to win. I mean, they still have 8 minutes.
Yeah, I don't see a lot of communication coming from the Israel bench about any pressure defense or shutoffs or denies. I mean,
or 10-man rides or anything.
Yeah, I mean, that might be one of the things that, you know, you don't have the opportunity to work on when you don't spend a ton of time with your team. Stall warning is on. Referees putting Ireland in the box. Dempsey low to high, goes wide, backed up by Aiden Kearns. Back behind the goal with Sean Loftus. Loftus looks up top, skip pass to Dempsey, over high and high to low. Little bit of a lefty twister, and Dempsey having a great game today.
Yeah, unfortunately you could see on Team Israel their body language has changed significantly in the last, I would say, 3-4 minutes.
Yeah, it's been a tough quarter. I think they were hoping to come out after halftime.
Assisted by Sean Loftus.
Yeah, it's unfortunately not looking like that for them.
So Ireland scored the same goal twice with Dempsey coming out of the middle over that left side. That time he had to go with a little bit of a twister to get past Friedman. Friedman he got, you know, they can't save them all. Friedman doing his best to keep his team in the game. He's had some great saves, but unfortunately the Irish just keep coming at him. Another big win for Gunty. Gunty's been great at the X. It just hasn't translated to the scoreboard here. He'll stay on the field with Wells. Abramovich coming in from the box. Israel also in more of an open set. Wells down low. I'm still not totally sure about this placement of Wells hanging out down low. I'm totally down with keeping the long stick on the field, participating in the offense, especially when he's got a decent shot, just not from those low angles. He's making it hard on himself, not giving himself space to shoot.
Right.
Open set from Israel.
I mean, it hasn't capitalized yet, so you might be onto something.
I mean, we'll see. He's back on the defensive end now. Israel in there, 6v6. Set up dodge for Gunty. Gunty going across the top. He's doubled quickly, pulls it out, looking for help. Still back to the 1v1. Great defense from Ireland. Down low with Ashtamkar coming up the wing. Face dodge. That's number 26, gets knocked over. Lazar Ritter, he gets the double team. Skip pass, can't get through. Ireland goalie comes flying out. They're going to call that a pass, which it most likely was.
I wonder what happened to that interference, though, from the goalie, because the ball was long gone, right?
I think it was unintentional. I definitely think it was unintentional. He was going after the pass. We've seen those skips from Benjamin Weinberg. He's had a couple of good skips on Man Up last week.
I would say there you go for the Rule 6.0.
Yeah, probably. I mean, you can see Israel head coach Jake Silberlegs, begging referee Rada Kostel for a call. Everything's gone against Israel here. Actually, that's probably not true. I mean, we've had quite a few.
No, it's just they've had a couple unlucky, out of bounds shots, passes, whatever, losing the ball unnecessarily.
Yeah, sometimes it's just not your day.
Yeah.
And you don't want, as officials, which we both are, we don't want to add to that. A little bit of game management can really make for a better time for everyone. Like you said, Rule 6-0, if you're not picking up what we're putting down.
Well, there goes Israel, gets another chance with 4 minutes left in this fourth quarter.
So it'll be an Israel ball on the near side, deep in their defensive end. They'll clear that up into Ritter in the middle. Ritter looking for help. He's under pressure from Miles McCready. Friedman will take his time, although maybe under 4 minutes left. You got to be thinking, Israel, it's time to go. Pack near here at the box. You got 2 Israeli defenders here. But one of them's open, one of them needs to get over. Friedman will run it himself again. This is his second trip across the midline. Timeout from the Israeli bench. Great call from assistant coach Ian Kedish. And they'll save the possession there. Israel take their, is that their first time out of the half with 3:33 left?
I believe so.
So Israel try and set something up here, trailing by 6. Get their first goal on the board that sticks. We'll take a short break. Hear from Prague. Stay with us.
Do it on this side. Backside cycle. You know what that is? One guy cuts and the other guy comes back up. Yeah, backside just exchange. Backside, literally just switch ways. I'm just staying there.
Israel setting up for their offensive possession here deep in the 4th, trailing by 6, 3:23 left. Thanks for joining us from Prague. I'm Ryan Wallace. Ori Bard David carrying the ball across the top, trying to get something inside this Ireland defense. Gunty matched up by McShane. He'll move it down to Ashtamkar. Back up to Bard David. Over to Weinberg. Weinberg's had a couple of good shots. Pick and roll. Has the open man on the left side. Goal! And a flag after. So it looks like it'll be a goal and one, although they'll have to face for it. So Weinberg finally gets that lefty shot to go. Is that over the shoulder? So Connor Breen been standing tall in the cage. Finally one sneaks past him. A great sweep dodge. Pick from Bard David. Didn't even need to use the pick and roll. One hard move to the middle and Israel's on the board. 2:19 left. We are not at stop clock yet, so the new rules, 30 seconds of the last 30 seconds of each period, 2 minutes of the 4th. Israel's going, so it's like the 2-minute warning in football.
Goal for Israel, number 21, Benjamin Weinberg.
We've got procedure on Ireland after the face-off.
Penalty for Team Ireland, number 5, Jordan Campbell for slashing, 1 minute.
So we've got a 1-minute slash, 2 minutes left in the game, and Israel ball over the top goes high, backed up by Wells. He's back on that low left side again. Let's see if Israel can capitalize here. Back up top to Weinberg. Weinberg shoots again, low, save by Breen. So not a bad shot, but it was right at the feet, didn't bounce. Breen gathers it up, 4v3, here comes McShane. Over to the left side, skip pass to the back side, can't handle is number 12, Jack Sonner, a little high. He'll pull it out, set up, kill the penalty. Great fast break from McShane. The Breen-McShane train has been on today. They scored that one at the end of the second in a very similar fashion, save and transition. Last time McShane took it himself. He got a flag down, and they killed the flag down because Ireland was not going to the goal. White was offside. Blue will get the ball. Quick restart. Wells to Gunty. Gunty pushing it up. Ashton Carr can't get the shot off. Hockey in the middle. Ball's loose. Abramovich is in there. Ball's still loose. Picked up by Saunders. He'll run it down. There'll be another flag. Ball's loose again. Brought down from behind by Ashton Carr. Looks like he's going to go to the rise. So things get a little hectic, a little sloppy here in the fourth quarter. Well, Ireland will go man up.
48 in the game. Emotions running high.
We called that one 2 minutes.
Penalty for Team Israel, number 14, leader Ashton
See
Carr.
if we can get a replay.
For cross check, 2 minutes.
So a cross check in the back with 48 seconds left, trailing by 5. We usually earn more than 1. I think there's a few seconds left on the Ireland penalty because they are starting with 5. So it'll be 5-on-5 for a few seconds until the Irish penalty is released. And then they'll go man up. Comfortable lead here in the fourth. 48 seconds left. Referees are still discussing the penalty. Probably the restart, making sure they get the numbers right. Even in the last few seconds, they're always trying to get it right.
All right, Israel 1, Ireland 6, 48 seconds left here in this game. And time out. I am not exactly sure.
Timeout for Team Israel.
Timeout blue, okay. That signal was missing there for a second, so I wasn't 100% sure. Jake Simberleaf asking for an explanation on something, I believe.
There's quite a bit of colorful attire here in Prague. Everybody gets their Saturday best out, even though it's only Tuesday. We'll take a short break. We'll be right back here in Prague. Thanks for joining us. Stick around. Fourth quarter, 48 seconds left in this Ireland game. Ireland passes back over the midline. They have not touched it into the attack box yet. Now they have, so they can no longer go backwards because of the over-back rule. They'll sub through the midline. Israel man down for the last 2 minutes of this game for a cross-check in the back. 30 seconds. Ireland comfortable to just pass it around. Wells giving it his all, trying to still get the ball back for his team. And the stall warning is on. Ireland must keep it in the box, in the attack box. Up top, moving it around. number 30, McCready. Back to Dempsey at X. And the final seconds tick down. Israel able to get on the board only late. A little bit of penalty trouble from both teams. Goalies playing outstanding. Transition, end-to-end action. Ireland takes the top of their group, I believe, with this 6-1 lead. Israel and the Czech Republic in second and third. Poland will finish their group stage at the bottom. And
thank you very much for joining us for this broadcast. This was Ryan Wallace and Barbara Zelenite at the U20 European Men's Lacrosse Championship. Please stay tuned for the top game today. I mean, they were all very exciting. England facing off Germany at 6:30 p.m. Central European Time. That is 5:30 in the UK, 12:30 noonish on the East Coast.
And England-Germany both fighting for the top of their group. England now on the field, Germany, I'm sure, close by. And
stay tuned. Thank you very much.
Yep, thanks for coming, guys.
Bye.